Hey, this is Social 119. If you're enrolled in Social 119, you're in the right place. If you're not enrolled in it, you may or may not be in the right place. That will just depend on your own inclinations. But this is 119, and I am Sam Richards. You can call me Sam. You can call me whatever you feel inclined to call me. Dr. Richards if you want, but not many people call me Dr. Richards, so Sam is fine. That's the class hashtag. Some of you, I guess, have already been introduced to that. I really strongly encourage throughout the semester what we call a back channel conversation. So using the Social 19 hashtag, you all having a conversation among yourselves, and we'll actually use it in class for a couple things, to collect data, just to get information for myself and so on, but definitely really want you using the hashtag. If you don't use Twitter, if you've not been introduced to it, you may want to just put it on your phone for the purposes of this class, and maybe you only use it during this class, but I would definitely encourage that. Snapchat, the website, everything's on the website, so everything you need is up there. The syllabus is up there, although we're going to be making a couple tiny changes in the syllabus, but nonetheless, the basic sense of it is there, and that's the email. The email goes to Emily, and don't email me personally because you won't get a response. You may get a response, but in all likelihood you won't. I get so many emails. If you email Emily, it will whatever issue you have, I will guarantee that it will be addressed very quickly. So I just want to put that out there. Yes. Next slide. Oh, by the way, anyway, seriously, welcome. Right? Gonna be, dude, thanks to Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton or fate or God or Beelzebub or Satan. I have no idea who to sort of look to, but this is going to be an awesome semester to talk about race relations in the United States. So, yeah, that's all I'm going to say. Hey, by the way, there are seats all over in the class. There's like 3 right here. If you come in late, you just got to walk down the aisles and find a seat. Don't feel weird about it. There's right in the front row, there's 4 seats. In the second row, there are seats all over the place. So just grab a seat.
Yo, Sam. No laptops, guys.
Oh, yeah. Also, no laptops in the back. If you want to use a laptop, you come sit down here in front of the podium. So yeah, you just can't use laptops. It's really distracting. You can use your phones. I encourage you to use your phones, but not laptops. But if you need to use your laptop, definitely you just got to sit down here. Okay. Also, the good news about laptops and phones and taking notes is there's nothing that happens in this class upon which you will be evaluated in any way. So you get to come to this class and just enjoy it. Just think and think some more and think even more about whatever it is you want to think about. But you don't have to take notes, and you don't have to remember things and so on and so forth. So that's pretty cool, right? So this is a thinking class. It is not a memorization class. It is not a class for you to come to and feel oppressed. Like, oh shit, I gotta go to yet another class and listen to a boring lecture, or maybe not a boring lecture, but a cool lecture, but nonetheless I have to take notes, and I gotta try to get the right notes because I'm gonna be tested on this. Now, you don't need any of that. That's just not part of what this is. So the experience of this classroom is an experience in critical thinking. So that's cool. Is that cool? Is that great? All right. It's cool for me. So we are streaming live. So the address for the live stream you can find right there on the class website, right on the first page. We've got 4 cameras going, and we're streaming live for a number of reasons. Number one, because we are rewriting the online version of the course that we use in the summertime, and it's all video based. And number 2, because we're going to use clips from the live stream for assignments in the class, which I'll talk about shortly. And number 3, because we want to invite other people into the class and to get other opinions. So we Skype in a lot of people, we talk to a lot of people, we want to bring other opinions in the class. So don't watch the live stream from within class, but nonetheless, it's good. It's we're switching. We got the live stream team. We're switching it. It's not just a single camera. We're really trying to rock the stream. So is that cool? That's cool. Okay. Hey, by the way, okay, so you came in late. There are seats around. So if you come in late, you just got to come down the aisle and grab seats. There's a couple here. There's seats. I see like 10 seats over in that section. You just got to walk down and then look back up. There's some in this front section here. By the way, okay, hang on. Let's go to the next thing. All right. Okay, so let me talk about myself. Let me talk about me. So, by the way, that photo that's me, the little kid, all right? And in some ways, that photo says so much about who I am so first off, I was the 5th of 5 children that my mother had. I was the second of 2 children of my father. He was 56 when I was born. My mom was 45. He died when I was 9 and a half. And then I spent a lot of time taking care of myself and raising myself. So I started working at a really, really young age. I was really responsible, taking care of things. And working class, grew up working class, and it was never on a path that I'm white, obviously, I'm white, so never on a path that I would end up being a college professor. And never took school seriously. Not at all interested. I grew up in a working class neighborhood where school was not particularly, there were some people that took school really seriously, but I certainly wasn't one of them. From a young age, I was really into athletics. I was a jock. I started playing drums at a really young age. I think I was 11 when I started playing drums, so I wanted to be a rock and roll star. And I discovered marijuana when I was 12. And so, and that was, oh my God.
Shame, everybody. Shame.
Jiggy, we have a class full of potheads, you know what I mean? Oh my God.
What else is new?
Oh my God. I didn't say that I smoked it. All I said was I discovered it, right? So.
3 years later.
What's that?
3 years later.
What's that?
I said 3 years later.
Yeah.
He doesn't get it. It's okay.
There was a SpongeBob reference.
SpongeBob reference.
And you were
like Bush.
Go on, keep going.
You never inhaled?
No, it was Clinton.
Clinton.
No, that was
Clinton, sorry.
Inhale. No, I did inhale, actually. A lot. No, I don't know. I was 12 years old. My brother took me out behind the garage and he said, "Here, smoke this." And I went, "Okay." And the rest is history. But however, I will say the following. The point of saying that is that from a young age, I just was not... I love to read. I was an avid reader. I was always reading. But I found school to be just incredibly boring. And it just didn't seem like it spoke to me. People weren't speaking to me. People weren't saying things to me that had any meaning for my life. Like just nothing that really could speak. Look, my dad died. I was 9. I was this little kid just trying to figure his way out in the world. I just didn't have anybody around who was really speaking some kind of truth, some kind of deep meaning. All the religion that I heard was not, it was just all boring. Everything was boring. But, yeah, but then I had some mind experiences. And so I still didn't take school seriously. I graduated in high school like 350 50th or 60th or something out of 450 students. I took the ACTs, which is like the SATs, same thing. I scored in the 51st percentile, so I'm above average. I then went to University of Toledo because they had to let me in, because they had to let everybody in who applied. After 2.5 years at the University of Toledo, I was about halfway through my freshman year in terms of credits, because I kept taking classes and dropping them and taking them and dropping them. So I was on academic probation at the end of 2.5 years. I had transferred to a community college because I said, look, I'm never going to graduate a 4-year college. I was an accounting major, of all things. And I dig accounting, actually. It's pretty cool. Any of you who are accounting majors, I'm really into numbers. And so I figured, well, at least I'll get a 2-year degree. So I started at this community college in my 3rd year. Halfway through the quarter, I stopped going to 3 out of my 4 classes, and then one day I didn't go to class, and I went to the library, because that's always what I would do. Even in high school, I would like go out to the railroad tracks, puff up, come back to school, sneak into the library and hide in the back corner and read books. So like that was my modus operandi. Anyway, I went to the community college. I skipped class. I was walking around trying to find a book to read, and I found this journal on prisons. And I started reading this article about prisons. I don't know, it was a social work journal. And I was always reading just random things. And then I said, my God, I could do, that would be really cool to work in a prison. And so I went to the phone on the wall, and I picked up the phone, and I asked for the social work department. I called them, I said, hey, can I talk to somebody in social work? And so I went over there that day. In the next semester, I enrolled in social work and sociology. I took social work, I took sociology classes, and I fell in love with sociology, and I never looked back. I stopped partying. I was playing a lot. I was in a band. We were playing all the time. And I stopped just doing all sorts of things, and I became a student, hardcore. So I was 19 years old, I was 20 years old, I guess, became a student for the first time. I had to learn the difference between a verb and a noun. I had to learn, man, I just couldn't. Whoa, but I was a thinker, you know what I mean? Because marijuana taught me how to think, and I like to read. So my mind was really active. I just didn't do the school stuff very well. So, like my first term, I got like 4 C's or something. I don't know. I think I got 2 B's and 2 C's, but I studied day and night. I was always studying because I was absolutely fascinated with learning for the first time in my life. Just so fascinated. Didn't care about my grades. I just cared about learning. And so I ended up graduating. I went to grad school. I went to University of Toledo to grad school because it was the only place that would accept me. And I did my master's there, and then I did my PhD at Rutgers University. And then I'm here because of chance. And maybe I'll tell that story later. But and then I started teaching this class in my 2nd year because nobody else wanted to teach it. And they asked me if I would teach the race class, and I said, "Nah, man, I'm not teaching a race relations class." I talk about race. I was always comfortable with race because I grew up pretty multicultural. But I'm just like, nah, man, I'm going to stand up in front of people and talk about race. Like, forget that. And they said, well, if you don't teach that, we don't have any other classes for you to teach. And I said, okay, I guess I'm going to teach about race. And so the first semester, I really just fell in love with the ideas and the challenges and the discussions and the arguments and all sorts of things. It was very cool. And then that was, I guess, I don't know, like 29 maybe years ago. And then here I am. So we're still teaching about race. Okay? So that's what you need to know, I guess, about me. Is there anything else you need to know about me? Yeah. Okay, I already said I'm white. So working class, and that matters that I'm working class, by the way. It really matters. So I'm straight, but if my wife dies before me, I'll almost certainly be with a guy. So she's 4 years younger than me. Chances are she'll outlive me, but whatever, right? I'm kind of I'm not going to be with a guy now because we're really committed, but I'm kind of hoping for that, I gotta say. Not that she died. No, actually, she wants to die before me, so that's fine. So it's good. I hope that she dies before me. No. She wants to, because like when you're really tightly connected, it's an issue, right? So okay, so I'm straight, kind of mostly, and here's the most important thing. I might be white, but I'm not guilty in white. All right? I'm not guilty in white. I'm a white guy that will say whatever I need to say. I've been talking about race for a long time. I understand race inequality as well as just about anybody. I taught the AAAS Sociology Race Inequalities class here for 15 years. I teach inequality here. I've been dealing with inequality my whole life, teaching about it. I get race inequality. Most people don't, including black and brown people, do not understand race inequality. People talk about it. They talk about how it occurs. They still don't get it. The vast majority of white people don't get it. So people kowtow to it, they say what they need to say, but most people don't get it. And I get it. And I don't buy the standard race story that most people in this society buy. I'm very much outside the box. And so you're not going to get the standard race line in here. You're not going to get the script, the ideas, the perspectives that you will get in most other places, especially from a white guy teaching about race at a big institution like this. Okay? So that's really important. So for those of you who think that, hey, we're past race, we're done with race, it's not a really big deal. No, we're not done with race. For those of you who think there's no more race inequality because we had Barack Obama for 8 years, nah, man, no. That's meaningless. No, there's a lot of stuff happening. And it's not always as bad as people make it out to be. Sometimes or often make it out to be. Sometimes it's worse, but it's worse because they don't really understand what's actually going on. That what people are talking about is actually not the problem. And so we're going to dig deeper into the problems, into what I think are the real issues. However, and this is really important, oh man. Okay, are we cool? You got that? So we're going to talk about white supremacy, because there is this thing called white supremacy. It's real. It exists, and we'll walk down through how it exists. And understand, I didn't vote for Barack Obama. I had 2 chances. I didn't vote for him either time, because he's not my guy. He wasn't my guy. And I'm like, why would anybody vote for Barack Obama? Like, I understand race issues, I understand inequality issues, I understand power issues. Why would I vote for this guy? You get that? So when you hear the things that I'm saying, especially those of you who are more conservative, according to the survey, about 27% of you voted for Trump. So those of you who have a more of a conservative orientation, listen. When I say things that like bristle you, that you're like, oh, that's bullshit, or I don't buy it. Remember, I didn't vote for Barack Obama. I'm not a liberal in that way. Don't brush it off. I might be saying some things that you just really need to hear, or about which you need to develop an argument. Because this class is about critical thinking. You can't just say, oh, I disagree with that, I think it's bullshit. Really? Because the next step is this. Why do you think it's bullshit? Say it. So come stand up here and give it to us. You can't just say things are bullshit. It doesn't work. And in the world of race, that's not where we need to go. Where we need to go is people need to think their thoughts out. So I can give you a very detailed analysis about why I didn't vote for Barack Obama, but I'm not going to do that because it doesn't really matter. Right? But you get it. Like, obviously we're thinking about things in a complex way. So those of you who are more liberal in your orientation, I'm going to challenge you, because most of the liberal stuff that I hear from people is like, oh my God. It's like, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. It's just a story. I'm like, that's not the story. It's like the story of Hillary Clinton being liberal. I'm like, really? Really? Are we talking about the same person? Like, whatever. You get it, right? So my job is to be all over the place. And my job is to, throughout the class, is to provoke you, to just push and provoke and make you argue with me. So that you leave this class arguing with me. And I want you to argue with me. You know why? Because the moment you start arguing with me in your head, you know what I mean? Sometimes on the microphone, whatever, I don't care. But the moment you start doing that, that's when you start really thinking. And the moment you find yourself saying, oh, nah, I just disagree. And you don't have anything to back it up, that's when you know, like, okay, all right, y'all, then chill out, because you're not thinking. Like, and this class is a thinking class. And remember, I'm not that smart. I graduated in the 51st percentile of the only semi-IQ test I ever took in my life. Dude, 51st, dog. It's cool being above. You just want to be above average. You know, you don't want to be really above average, because then people have like really high expectations of you. You just kind of want to be a little bit above average, you know. Oh God, too many people are way above. Okay, anyway, so that's me, man. Jig Dog. This is Jiggy. Jiggy. That's Jiggy. Dude, nice hair. Did you see that?
Where'd you get this?
The nice hair.
Why didn't you ask me?
Look at that. That's you, right?
I mean, yeah, it's me, but like, you couldn't have gotten a better picture.
No, dude. Are you kidding me? Look at those tats. You're killing it. All right, tell us who you.
How do I beat his intro? I don't know. I'm Jiggy. I graduated from Penn State in 2014. I took Social 19 5-6 years ago, and I'm back here. So I think that says a lot about the quality of this class and what it can bring into your lives. As an individual, I graduated and then I stayed in town for I'm still here because I got offered a full-time job. And then back in May, I realized that an office job wasn't for me. And that's when I started taking my passion more seriously. And I went through the whole thing about like quit my job to follow my dreams thing. And my dream is to become a public speaker and a motivational speaker and stuff like that. And Sam has graciously allowed me to be here with you guys. And so my presence, by the way, I'm from Queens, so if you're from New York, holla. I'm tired of like Philly getting so much love. I'm here for New York. You want Philly love, go to the Den. They always play Meek. By the way, I used to work at the Den. If I look familiar, that's where you know me from. So as my contribution to the class, I'm Sam's hype man. Sometimes I'm going to completely support what he says. I'm going to show a different light, a different angle of the things that he says. Sometimes I might not agree with what Sam says. Just because I work for him doesn't mean that I always have to agree with him. And my contribution to the class is a different voice. I'm a woman, I'm Asian, I wasn't even born in America, I was born in Korea. I'm gay, and I don't know, I just have a bold voice, so I'm not really afraid to speak my mind. And then I'm here to sort of challenge you guys, help you guys hopefully understand things that are difficult to understand in the class, because at the end of the day, you guys are young and this class is insanely advanced. So that's who I am and who I am in the class.
Dude, and most importantly, you're here to keep me from getting fired. Remember that.
That too.
When I start getting out of control, your job is to reel me in, man, reel me in. Like, yo, dog, back up. All right, thanks, man. And, okay, so I just have these two quotes. I don't know why, that I recognize that learning is awesome. Learning is awesome. School can be dreadful, especially if you're in school for the grade or for the job. It's like learning is awesome, school, oh God. What I want in this class is really to provoke the curiosity, okay? So we'll keep that in mind. All right, Mom. One of the big issues that we're going to be dealing with, or that we need to deal with, is this question of the politics of race and culture. And the politics, by politics we mean like, who has the power and who moves the power around and who has the power to make decisions about certain things. And how do they get the power and why do they have the power and who maintains the discourse in the United States about race. And there is a certain discourse. And that discourse, within that discourse, while white people, on one hand, have a disproportionate amount of economic power, in terms of the interpersonal politics of race, definitely black and brown people have the upper hand, and definitely black people have the upper hand. Meaning that what black people say and brown people say, we're more likely to, it just has more weight. So you put two people in a room, in a mixed room, where people don't know each other, and you take, let's just say, a mixed room, and you have a white person saying something, and you have a black person saying something. It's like, man, the black person just has a little bit more power to carry that weight, to say things. Doesn't mean people will necessarily listen to that person, so they don't have power to convince people to actually listen and believe what they're saying, or think that they're as smart as the white person, but they have at least the power to shut people down or to move the discourse that happens in that room. If that makes sense. Okay, does that make sense? So, for example, people will challenge, the average white person will challenge another white person way more quickly than they'll challenge a black person or a brown person. I mean, because it's just that fear of being a racist. It's like, who is seen, it's like, dude, first off, for a white person, the worst possible thing is to be seen as a racist. Like, come on, is there anything you can call a white person that's really bad? You can drop N-bombs on black people. There are a whole long list of names that you can call Native Americans. We have a long list of names we can call people of Asian ancestry, Hispanic ancestry, but nothing for white people. You can say cracker, call a white person a cracker. But most white people, bro, are you white, bro? Yeah. Do you know what a cracker is?
Like a little cracker.
A little cracker that you eat? Yeah, see? No, dude, no. Bro, no, you're not even in the room. Bro, you know what a cracker is? See, white people. Do any white people know any crackers in here know what a cracker is? You know what I mean? Okay, we got one cracker over here, one authentic cracker. I mean, like, dude, white people, you have like a negative word. Here's a negative word for white people, and white people don't even know what the hell it is. You know what I mean? Oh my God. White people, we rock, right? Oh God. Okay, listen, we'll come back to that, but the point is, but you can call white people a racist. And man, you call white people racist, and that's just, oh my God. So next slide. So this controversy, many of you probably heard about this. Jenna Bush, the daughter of George W. Bush, she was on, so she's working for NBC or something like that. I don't know what it is. And so these two movies are out. So this is just the other day in the Golden Globes. What is it, like Hidden, it's like the Hidden Figures is one movie, and then Fences is the other one. And she's on the red carpet doing an interview with this musician, actor, whatever, Farrell, and she talks to him about his movie Hidden Fences. So she mixed them up. So instead of like Hidden Figures or Fences, I don't even know which one he's in, but I don't watch movies. She calls it Hidden Fences. It's like, oh my God. Here's this white woman who doesn't know the difference between these two black films, Hidden Figures and Fences. She mixes it up. So a few people start attacking her on Twitter, and she offers a tearful apology for mixing them up. A tearful apology. It's like, oh Mike, I'm so sorry. I'm not a racist. Really. I'm thinking, oh my God, this is the power. This is the power. To just take white people and just get them cowering. Get them cowering, or get us cowering. It's like, oh my God. What are you, a tearful apology? Look, do I have to offer an apology because I didn't even know either of these films existed? I don't even know who the person is. Farrell? I think I know what he looks like, but I don't. Do I need an apology here? Because, oh my gosh. And so this is a problem. And the problem is, white people, y'all, we all need to stop apologizing for stuff for which we don't need to apologize. Like, this is actually a problem. And white people, in particular, the thing you ought to apologize for is not realizing that black people, in particular, are not a homogenous population. That there can be one or two black people that might send some snarky things out on Twitter, but most black people, they don't care. You can mix these two things up. Nobody cares. It's like, whatever. Hidden people, hidden fences, people, this, that. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. The only people that care are a few individuals out on Twitter, and then the white people who are walking around on eggshells constantly trying not to be racist. It's like, oh my gosh. It might be racist. Is that racist? Can I say this? And what happens there is we actually cease moving the conversation forward because white people need to grow, what do we say? Grow a pair? Whatever, too often. It's like this kind of stuff is, like, come on, man, stop. And what you ought to be saying is to anybody who's tweeting out that they got a real problem with this is like, why do you have a problem with this? What's the problem? Tell me what the problem is. I mixed up these two things. Like, what's the issue? And you'll find out that they don't even know themselves why they have a problem with it. So we're stuck in this place of the politics of race and culture. Who has the power to define the conversation? And we're stuck in this place where, in particular, where white people are really afraid to just engage in the conversation. And black and brown people, black people in particular, hold this certain card that, like, you know, in the end, you can, like, shut a white person down or use your power over them just by implying that they're racist. It's like, oh my God. And now we're stuck in this place. And so many people think, oh, we're beyond race. We're done with this. We're not. When you got a white person who mixes these two films up and she has to apologize, we're not done with race. This is a problem, y'all, right? This is a big deal. I mean, it's not a big deal. I mean, who the hell cares? Except that, come on. So we had a long way to go. How are we going to ever have a conversation about white supremacy or or prisons, the prison system in America as really a form of servitude and slavery for not just black and brown people, but also mostly poor white people? When are we going to talk about that? Why doesn't she offer an apology for her father's failed invasion of Iraq that led to the deaths of maybe 1 million people and the displacement now, the dismantling of the entire political structure in the Middle East and, 10 million or 15 million people without homes? Offer an apology to that, but not to this. Are you with me on that? Do you see that? So this is the kind of stuff you're going to get in the class. Why am I going to say things like this? Because I want to provoke you. I want to provoke you into thinking about things. It's not always my opinion. You mostly won't ever get my opinion in here. You won't know what I'm thinking about. But I want to provoke you. Now let me say something else. You know why? Let me actually tell you why this could be a problem or why it is a problem sometimes. Because white people really don't pay it. So the issue is, the reason people would say this is racist is like, well, Jenna Bush, she's racist. She doesn't know the difference between these two things. It's like, nah, that's not the issue. But what about when white people say colored people? And you hear groans. It's like, groans. What are the groans? What are the groans? And see, when you ask if I ask, and I'm not going to do it right now because it's the first day of class, but if I put someone on the spot and I took this microphone around to a bunch of different black people who groan, and I'd be like, hey, bro, man, why'd you groan on that? Colored people, white guy, white woman up there sucks. Well, colored people in my town are like, okay, what are you groaning about? And then I take it over to her. Right? And I take it to this dude. And I start taking the microphone, or I can almost guarantee you that the vast majority of black people in this class would have no idea why they groan. Because it's like, it's a racist term, or it says, no, that's not it. They would have no idea. They would have nothing to say. But I'll tell you what you should say. Here's the reason it's a problem. Actually, so you leave it up to, it's got to be a white guy, once again. Right? Okay, so listen, the reason it's a problem is because what's your name? Kat. If Kat here uses the term colored people, that is a clue that Kat, it's like Kat. You didn't use the word colored people, but you're good. Are we good right here? You're good, right? Would you ever use the word colored people? No, everybody. Kat would never use the word colored people, so we're good, right? Wait, hang on. Where are you from?
Boston.
Wait. Dude.
Try to start it again.
Nah.
That one's having an issue, I think.
Yeah, we are. Okay, if you're from Boston? But wait, how do you say that? Say it like you say it in Boston.
I'm not actually from, I was born in London, but I live in Boston.
Oh, yeah? All right, London. Yeah, how long were you in London? Well, let's just talk to Kat for a second. You can take the mic. Wait, why don't you stand up, actually, since now you're on the spot. So why don't you just stand up and say hello, and do you mind?
Check.
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead. Hey, by the way, we're going to do lots and lots of interactive stuff. And anyway, Kat,
Yeah.
you were born in London?
Yeah.
How long were you in London? Talk right in the mic.
2 years.
Oh, 2 years? So then you grew up in Boston?
No, I moved to Atlanta.
Atlanta?
Mm-hmm.
And then Boston?
No.
Tell me when you get to Boston. Oh, where'd you go after Atlanta?
Connecticut.
Connecticut. And then?
Chicago.
Let me guess. Chicago. And then?
Atlanta.
Back to Atlanta?
And then to
Dude,
Boston.
what's up? Like, were you homeless? Like, what? What's the story? Were you with your parents, or were you on your own?
I was with my parents.
All right, okay. What do they do?
My dad works for Wells Fargo.
Oh, yeah? So it's just like moving around a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. So you would never use the word colored people?
No.
Okay. Just want to be clear about that. All right. Anyway, nice meeting you. Okay, so listen. So Kat wouldn't use colored people. Dude, what are you clapping for her for? All she did was like answer a couple questions. I'm the one, you're not clapping for me. I'm the one that's doing all the work. All right. Listen. Problem is, if Kat would use the word colored people, it would be an indication that she's not even engaging in the race conversation in the United States. It's like nobody uses the word colored people. Like, we don't use that anymore. We stopped using it 30 years ago. Like, where have you been? Like, do you not have any black friends? Do you not ever use the word black? You know, like how a bunch of white people will say, well, my neighbor is, and they're sort of stuck between black and African American. They don't really know which one to say, or Negro, or whatever, or colored, or I don't know. And so then it's like, yo, are you not even engaging in the conversation? Because if you're engaging in the conversation, if you even pay attention at all, you would know that nobody has used colored people in 3 decades. So if I use, like if this dude right here, what's your name, bro? Ben, you look like a dude that would not say colored people. Nice hair, by the way. All right. But if he did say it, it'd be like an indication, Ben, dude, have you never ever talked to a black person? Do you like have any black friends on Facebook? Do you have ever watch a black show? Do you ever watch, like nobody says colored people. And so like that is an indication that a white person, while not racist, doesn't give a damn about the black community, doesn't think about the black community. Maybe it's because they're so busy, like Ben doesn't ever engage with black people or brown people because he's just so busy focused on his own people. Like, that's cool, his family, I don't know, maybe like, who knows, I don't know. Maybe Ben has cancer or something. He's just dealing with cancer. I don't know, he doesn't care about black people, he cares about cancer. I have no idea. But the point is, that would be an indication that, well, you don't care. You're not thinking about it. It's a non-issue for you. All right. Dude, do you get that? Do you get that? Do you hear what I'm saying? What do you think about? Wait, what's your name?
Jada.
What is it?
Jada.
Jada? Mm-hmm. As in Jada?
Yeah.
You can take the mic. What do you? Wait, can you stand up real fast?
Oh God.
Go ahead, Mom. What do you? What was that? What do you think about? What do you think about what I said?
Huh?
About the colored people thing. What do you think about what I said?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I prefer to be called black, I guess.
No. What do you think about white people? Anybody uses the word colored people?
I don't have really white people in my life, I guess. So
Oh, so
I
you're
don't-
racist? Against white people.
I've never been around white people who said, "Oh yeah, colored folk" or something.
yeah?
I've never,
You never heard it?
unless I'm watching like a movie and it's like back in the day and they say, "Yeah, colored people."
Well, you would have heard it in this classroom before the end of the semester if I hadn't said anything. That's a guarantee. So,
Okay.
cool. So do you have white friends?
I made one last semester.
One? Like a. Are you straight?
Yeah.
Would you ever date a white guy?
I don't know.
Dude, look at Ben right here, dog. Seriously.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
Hang on a second. Ben, how do you feel about that? She's saying basically, nah, I'm kind of racist. I don't like white people. Is that what you said? No. Oh, that's not what she said.
Yeah, I guess I don't really feel like anything.
Would you ever date have you ever dated out? Are you white, by the way?
I am white, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Have you ever dated anyone who's not white?
No.
Are you straight?
Yes. Yeah, I have.
Are you straight?
Yes, I'm straight.
You have?
Yeah.
White.
Persian and Asian.
Persian and Asian. Oh, dude. All right. Wait, the same person or two different?
No. Half Persian, half white, then half Asian, half white.
Oh, all right. I got you. Okay. So you're halfway there. So, dude, just stand up real fast. Are you dating anyone right now?
I'm currently single.
Dude, okay, listen. Before the end of the semester, Ben here wants to go on a date with a dark-skinned woman.
This is a fact.
Is that a fact?
Yeah.
Dude, I knew. Just looking at your hair, bro. You got it, right? Is he on the stream, by the way? We got him on the stream, right? Okay, bro. So the thing is, okay, bro, here's the key. Here's what you need to know. The word is that black guys all like want to date white women in particular, light-skinned women. Am I right on that? It's like they catch a lot of shit from black women also because they always want to date like white women. But the truth is, bro, this is the thing. Black women are really wanting to date white guys also.
Word.
Totally. They just will never say it, and they'll never be open about it because then when they give shit to black men for dating white women, the black men will give it back to them. So it's like, it's always kind of on the down low, but
Eggshells.
there are a lot of black women in this class right now. They're looking, dude, put your Twitter name up there, all right? All right. By the way, this class, mostly what we do in here is just set people up on dates because really, honestly, there's like, what else could you do to improve race relations in the United States? You get people to hook up with one another, you know what I mean? So, party together or hook up? Dude, we got it? All right, Mom. Wait, are we done with that? Claire, can we use that? I think we can use some of that, right? Okay, let's go. Let's be done with Jenna Bush. But okay, by the way, all the materials in this class are free. The last time we charged, you had to get a book and you had to get clickers. That's how much it costs. So can I have some love on that one, man? It's all free, dogs. All right. All right. It's also more interesting. All right, now here's the deal. Take your phones out, because here's something. I really want you all to do this. So, wait, blacken it real fast. Okay, so here's the thing. I swear I will not, there's a way in which I can send text messages to the phones of the entire class. So, for example, imagine there's a snow day, or imagine I fall and I break my leg on the way to class, or whatever, I don't know, or anything, I don't know, or like the something with the exam or an assignment or who knows what, I have no idea, or any number of things. I can just send you a text and you get it. You can't text each other and you can't text me, but I can send you a text. And I've been doing this past few semesters, and I sent out on average 15 to 20 texts all semester long. But they're really at key moments when you really I want to send a message to you. So all you got to do is sign up for it. And we only ever have about 80% of the class doing it. And really, I want to make it mandatory, but I'm not making it mandatory. But anyway, next slide. So all you got to do is text to 81010, and just in the message of the text, type @social19, and you're in. You're loaded up. I swear I will not bombard you with text messages, and you cannot text each other, nor can you find other people's phone numbers, nor can I find your phone number. So just put yourself in the class texting list. Or don't. Listen, because whatever, you don't get my messages, then that's the way it is. Dude. Whatever, dog. Dude, you owe me, dog. You owe me. All right. You're going to come in next class all worn out and be like, oh, shit, my legs. Whoa! Yeah.
Step too far.
Jiggy, that's what I mean. You got to reel me back in right there, dog. Okay, if you don't have your phone on you, you can do this at any point in the semester. It's fine. I'll send it out. Okay, next slide. So assignments. Attendance is mandatory. You get 2 free absences from lecture. You get 1 free absence from group. But otherwise, you got to come to class. This is where it all happens. So, not it all, but this is where it happens. You come to class, I promise to give you my best, and I promise to always have a cool class. Jiggy always will ensure that it happens, as well as Jeff on the technology and the live stream crew, and Jacob, Claire, Brandon, and our camera operators. So we'll make sure it rocks, okay? But you got to come. Haiti, there's a Haiti Service Learning project that you'll do in your discussion groups. Not going to talk about that right now, but understand it's a very cool project you can read about in the syllabus or on the website. And there are discussion groups. So in this class, you come Tuesday, Thursday at 4:35 here, and then there's another 50-minute or 75-minute section in your schedule. If you're on Monday, Wednesday, if your group is on Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, it's 50 minutes. If it's on Tuesday or Thursday, it's 75 minutes. If it's 75 minutes in your group, you'll decide which 50-minute period of the 75 you want to meet. But those start next week. They don't meet this week. So they're either in Pond or in Osmond. They don't meet this week, but next week. Okay, we cool? We good? So the next time you'll come here on Thursday at 4:35. All right. Okay, here we go. We're going to roll. Video engagement project. Let me tell you what this is. So I've been teaching for almost 35 years. And I've been teaching this class for, I guess, 29 or 30 years. And in all the many years of teaching this class, I've come to one simple conclusion. The best thing I could do for you to better understand race issues and for race relations in both the United States and the world, the best possible thing I could do is teach you how to ask better questions about race and culture than the questions you currently ask. So whatever questions are out there that you're thinking about and an issue comes up and you're, what about this, what about that? If I can teach you to ask better questions, more insightful questions, more provocative questions, not the way that I would ask them, but the way that you would ask your own unique questions. If I can teach you to do that, that's the best possible thing I could ever do in this class. Okay? Are we good? So then I think, okay, well, what are you going to ask questions about? Well, first off, who are you going to ask them to? Well, you want to ask them not in here, but not to yourself, but you want to ask them to your friends and family. You want to ask them to people out there in the world, because that's where you got to take this stuff. And like, so what questions are you going to ask them, or what are you going to talk about? And I think, well, the best thing that we could possibly do would be to have you, in an ideal world, you could bring key people in your life to class, have them sit next to you, and as I'm talking and saying things, some of which make sense, some of which are nonsensical, but as I'm talking and saying things, you would just start asking questions to them, and you would get a conversation going. Because that's what this class is about, is getting a conversation, and you would get some arguments going. So that would be wonderful, but you can't bring them to class. You can invite them to watch the stream, but, whatever. So then we say, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this class in the form of short video clips from the live stream, little segments, things that happen in here, things I say, and then we're going to put those up on YouTube and give you the links to those, and you're going to send them out to family and friends. You're going to say, hey, watch this and think about this question or think about that question and get back to me on it. And where are you going to send them? You're going to use your social media connections, or you're going to use email, or you're going to sit down with people and say, watch this video. But you can put them on Facebook, you can send them out on Twitter, you can do any number of things, but you got to get people in your life to respond to them. And then you get a conversation going between you and that person. So if you are a person who's lucky enough to have a few people in your life who like to argue about everything. The sky's blue. No, it's not. Oh, okay, the sky's white. No, it's not. It's like, well, what is it? Like, they argue about everything, then you're golden. This is going to be a really easy assignment for you. Because really, all you have to do is send a video clip, one clip a week, put it on your Facebook page, put it on their page, tag them, send it out to them in an email, whatever the case is, and get them to respond, and then you respond to their response. It's actually a really, really easy assignment to do, especially if you have people like that in your life. Okay? Are we good? If you don't have people like that in your life, then you just find people, you find them, you create them, you get people talking about some things. Are we good? Clips. So just like like the clip that I did, I think we'll use the one with what I just said about Jenna Bush. It's like, use that. Okay, what do y'all think about what my knucklehead professor said about Jenna Bush? And about white people and white guilt and making it worse. And it's like, what do you think about that? But it's not just what do you think. You got to come up with a really good question. Hey, I'm thinking about this, and I'm wondering if you would imagine X, Y, or whatever it is. We'll give you ways to ask good questions. That's the assignment, y'all. That's really that's the only weekly assignment you have in this class. And you can actually complete it pretty quickly. And then you take a screenshot of the conversation wherever it exists. Maybe it's in an email back and forth. Then you just download the email and you put it in a Dropbox on Angel. And then we just check it off and you're golden. And what do you get out of it? You get to have conversations. And that's what I want. I want conversations. You get to be challenged. You get to challenge other people. And that's what I want. I want challenge. Because part of the reason we're in this mess that we're in, I think, politically, where people are just like this with each other, it's because people aren't willing to think, really think, and think carefully and think critically. And so they just fight. And we think that just fighting is the way to make it work. And it's not. It's about coming up with really interesting and thoughtful questions that take us deeper into issues. We cool? That's the assignment. That's the video engagement project. And the videos are going to be posted on the Social 119 Facebook page, which we'll send all the links out to you, but maybe definitely tweet it. Jiggy, make sure you tweet that out, and or Claire, and or at social119.org. Yo, man, we are rocking along. Okay, how are we doing? Okay, one final thing, bro. Grades. Grading in this class is largely contract grading. Meaning that there are 3 quizzes. Quizzes are worth 90 out of 270 points. understand you can't, unlike many classes where the exams are worth 90% of the grade, in this class, the quizzes are worth 33% of the grade. So you can ace the quizzes and not do any of the other work, and you'll flunk the class. In many classes, you can ace the quizzes or the exams and not do any of the other work, and you'll get a C or a B. That's not true in this class. You will definitely flunk. The grading scale is really tight. So a 94.4% is a B+. We don't go by percents, however. We go by points. I did the percent there so you could just make the change yourself. It's not 91 to 100 is an A. No, we don't do that. It's very tight. You got to get a lot of points to get an A. But here's the thing. Before you start thinking, wow, that's really unfair, this course is really hard, half of you will get A's. And another like 40% of you will get B's. And so the reason it's so high like that, if I did it like 91% is an A minus, 90% of you would get A's or A minuses, and I can't do that. That's why I still have a job, because I don't do that. I'm not allowed to do that. I mean, I can't. So it's not that difficult of a class, and the reason you won't do really well is because there are basically three reasons. You didn't do any of the readings for the quiz, or watch the videos for the quiz. And trust me when I tell you, if you don't watch the videos or do the readings, you'll just be guessing. The questions are written in such a way that if you don't watch the video, you don't do the readings, you're guessing. And for each quiz, you need about 6 to 7 hours of reading and watching videos. It's not that much. It's a 4-credit class, y'all. That's not that much. There's no textbooks. All the readings and the quizzes are actually really interesting. Okay? So it will be because you didn't take that, you didn't do that. Or B, you didn't do the video assignments. You just didn't do it. You forgot, you didn't feel, look, if once you miss 3 of those, you're already down into the B range, y'all, right? You miss 3 of those, you're in the B range. So this is about a class where you got to know what you have to do, and you just do it, and you get the points. Or you just decide you don't feel like coming to class. Are we cool with that? Otherwise, remember, most of you are going to get A's. In fact, last semester, I think it was like 60% of the class got A's or A minuses. So we're all good. Okay? But you got to do the work, and you got to do the quiz. Okay. You have a question?
I just have a question about attendance in the class with this many people and the fact that we don't have...
Yeah, we do it. We use an attendance sheet.
Where is it?
What's that?
Where is it?
We'll start attendance on Tuesday. So we'll run attendance sheets around. Yep. Hey, are there any other, I was going to do a thing, and I'm not going to do it now because it's, are there any other questions? Yes, ma'am.
Is there a video engagement assignment?
Now, the first video engagement project is due not next Friday, but Emily, it's the 3rd Friday, right? Yeah, so not this Friday at midnight. Everything's due Fridays at midnight. Not this Friday at midnight, not next Friday at midnight, but the next one. But you can do it at any time. I would start. I mean, we'll be getting videos up right away. Starting tonight, actually, I think we'll have videos up. Yeah. Somebody else? Anybody else have a question? Any questions? Hey, wait, hang on though. By the way, we always have class until 10 till. Always. Always, man. So don't put your stuff away.
Got one.
All right. Yes, ma'am.
How do we know which video to use for the
You just get to pick the one that you like. Like maybe you say, oh, right, like what Sam was saying about crackers. It's like, oh, I got a friend that I'd really like to watch that. And like if we put that up, then you'll do the cracker thing. You'll use that video. I mean, who knows? I don't know. We never know what the videos are, like what's going to work from the class. But yeah, we do have an idea. We're going to actually have you vote on some of them. But somebody else. Anybody else have a question? Yo, man. I have. Hey, can I, what's that? No, I have a, I feel like I want to, yo, Ben, did you get a date yet? Are we good? All right, man. Hey, by the way, can you put your phone number up there? Dude, seriously? You're serious, man. Dude. He's serious. You have a boyfriend? Not too bad. Do you have a boyfriend? You're good? Dog, man. All right. Hey, can hey, by the way, this class isn't, we're going to really deal with a wide range of issues. This is not just about white people and black people. Nonetheless, I want to see if someone wants to weigh in on the black women thing, dating white guys. Any black women want to weigh in on that? Do you want to weigh in on that? Do you want to weigh? Yo, do you want to weigh in on that? The question is like black women dating white guys. Like white guys all think that black women would never date a white guy. Because dude.
I would date a white guy. It's just, the only thing is.
Oh, wait, hang on. Here we go. Go ahead. You got to stand up because we got to hear.
No.
No, go ahead. Stand up.
Stand up, Randy.
So I would date a white guy. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. I would date a white guy. The only thing is I've heard bad things about the sex with white guys, and I'm not really trying to be wasting my time.
Wait, hang on.
Just going to be perfectly honest.
All right, so listen, man. The way you fix that is you date white women. Because, dude, most sex with straight guys is bad anyway, right?
Somebody thought that.
Am I right on that? Unless they're gay. No, hang on. With straight guys, not gay guys, right, Jeff? We're good? All right. Yeah. Are we good?
Yeah, by the way, shout out to the TAs over in the corner.
All right, so you would date. Anybody else have a response? Any other women would want to respond to that? Real fast, seriously. You got a response? You're not even in the class yet, right? Here, go ahead, stand up. You have a response to it?
Yeah.
Well, hang on, turn around though so they can see you.
Oh, hi. I've dated a white guy before.
A white guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I just think there's an issue with fetishization, particularly like not in my relationship, but I think that is an issue where you just become like black queen or I've never dated a black girl. It's like I don't give a fuck. Like
yeah.
dating you.
No,
like,
so it becomes like it's like exotic sort of thing. Mm-hmm. It's like whoa, right? Exotic. Okay, I got that. But the dude you dated was cool?
Yeah, he was.
Dude, I want to ask.
Oh, it wasn't as good as the black guys.
Oh my God! All right. Yo, the problem is now. You know what You know what you started here? Yeah, you know what you started. Here's the problem. All the white women and women who are not Asian and Latino women, now they all want to date black guys, right? So you're like making it worse for yourself. So you're going to have to date white guys. Dude.
So look, the thing about white guys is, yo, listen, pay attention. None of them got any lips. They don't have no lips. No lips. So what are you kissing? I'm done.
Oh, dude, all right. This is going. Wait, hang on, man. We're spiraling really fast. Dude, my wife doesn't have any lips, really. No, seriously. No, she's Irish. Maybe it's her Polish side. But check her out. Next time you see Lori, notice she has no lips. Well, she does. They're underneath her. Whoa! All right, dude. Okay, so listen, man. Let me say a couple things. First off, the reason I want to have kind of a really an open conversation like this, I want to like put this out there like that, and so that it's because it's really important that you understand that it's an open space in here. So we'll keep it under control. We're not going to talk about sex all the time. Just sometimes, bro. But it really is important that it's a space where we're really, really willing to talk about the issues. So you understand that I'm coming from lots of different places politically, which is really important, and that I anticipate that we all need to make that move. And there are really important things to learn, I think, because I think we're in a very challenging place in this space that we're in. So anybody else have a quick question? A question for me, even a personal question, whatever the case is, while we start the semester, you have an opportunity now, because we have a few minutes left. Who has a question? We have 5 minutes, actually. Yeah, bro. That dude right there.
Have you ever been like physically attacked in class? Because you say some pretty provocative shit, so I'm just wondering.
No, man. No,
really?
I haven't.
That's crazy. I would expect that, dude, like at least once a semester. That's awesome.
Nah. Seriously? Nah, dude, this isn't World Wrestling Entertainment or whatever. I don't know. WE Raw. So 2018, SmackDown Raw. One time, I had a dude, I was talking about LGBT issues, and a dude really lost it. Here's what I heard I just heard it from the class. Somehow he got a microphone and I heard this. Everything out of your mouth is from Satan. I went, oh my God, it's Satan, right? Himself. And I'm just like, who's talking? Who's got the mic? Oh my God. And then I brought him down into the front and we had a conversation. It's always about dialogue. So, yeah. Yeah, bro.
To go back to like what the girl over there had said before, if like fetishization. Yeah, if that's like an issue, what do you think would be like the best way to combat that issue?
Dude, do you want to take that on? That's a really good question. You don't have to be the only, but you can be the sister that speaks for all the sisters.
Just for like in my personal experience, I've only ever dated like one white girl, and like sometimes it's hard to not associate people that you have been with like sexually in a sexual mindset.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. So so go ahead. Do you want to say? What's your name, by the way?
I'm Chris.
What is it?
Chris.
Chris.
Yeah.
Can you stand up real fast?
I would say that maybe ask the person themselves what exactly it is that you are like about them, not that you're saying, oh, I like you because you're black. Nobody has a singular identity that defines who they are. And I think in general, when it comes to relationships, you want to be understood for I guess all aspects of yourself, or as close to the general sense of who you think you are. So I think rather than trying to approach oh, I'm dating a black girl, understand and realize that yes, this person may be black and she is a female and whatever, but it's more than that. And I think it can just come across in a loving way.
Yeah, or for example, you, yeah, that's cool. Thanks, man. Nice response. Or just there's this Asian girl in my class, and she's so, I don't know, it's just so exotic, whatever. It's because she's Asian. What's your name, by the way? Noelle. But not because I met her and I like her, you know what I mean? Or she seems interesting. It's just I have to chalk that up on my thing, you know what I mean? To say, okay, I did this, right? So I think that's really quite. Hey, Jiggy, what about in the queer community? Is it a fetishizing thing? Is that? Because, dude, going back to that photo of you, you're pretty cool, man. If I was, no, seriously, I'd be dude, nah, that'd be really, yeah. So is fetishizing is that an issue? No, because there's racism in the gay and lesbian community, man. So, how does this play out? You got exactly 1 minute, dog.
I don't know. because I actually haven't even heard the word until just now today.
Oh, yeah?
And I've never paid attention to that before. I don't discriminate. I date all women. So, ow!
You just, all right. Bro, and in the gay community, do you see this?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would think so.